Welcome, my little lovelies. I hope I find you all well again, and as usual, feeling tickety-boo. Now, another episode of It's a Weird World. How marvellous. And in this episode, yes, it is marvellous. You know it is. And in this episode, we're going to bring you 4 wonderful little videos. The first one involves a near-death experience. The second one is all about a haunted doll. That is quite interesting. The third one is about a very famous young lady. I'm going to say no more other than it involves time travel. Or does it? You'll have to watch it. And the fourth and final one is... I wish you'd stop trying to chop my head off. Well, the fourth one is all about snow. Yes, you heard me right. All about snow. That has turned blood red. Now, let's crack on, shall we? A man who clinically died for 3 minutes has shared his experience of the afterlife and has found that others have gone through the same ordeal. Reddit user who goes by the name of Pornographic, spelled P-W-N-O-G-R-A-P-H-I-K, took to the social media site to tell his tale of what happened to him when he died. He became ill in a foreign country and was forced to go on a no-carb diet that ended up destroying the lining of his stomach. As a result, he suffered from nausea and was vomiting to the point where he suffered severe dehydration. But during his stay at the hospital, disaster struck, with his body rejecting the IV and hydration. He said, "My veins were flat and were unaware that my arm was not taking in any of it." His illness eventually got the better of him, and everything, he said, went black. During the 3 minutes he was technically dead, he said this is what happened. "I didn't see any white light, I didn't see any angels, and I did not hear any voices." He said, "I could see, but I did not have a body." He said, "It was like I was on another planet. When I looked down, I saw sand, and there was very shallow water. When I looked up to the sky, it was the colour purple. There wasn't a sun. The only thing lightening up the skies were these blue rays of light, with a tinge of yellow on the sides." He said the feeling was so foreign to me. It just felt like every single problem I'd had, every single issue, no matter how big or small, was just wiped away and gone. He said, "I just existed. I felt like everything was going to be okay, and I didn't have to worry about a single thing. It was what I imagined what the peace was like to the full extent." He said it felt amazing. He said it felt like this was going on for hours, and I was happy, he said. As the medics battled to save his life, he said, I felt this falling feeling. Everything went black, and I just felt like I was falling faster and faster. Then all of a sudden there was a huge snap. My whole body vibrated like when you pull back on a ruler and let it go. That's when I started feeling everything again, all the worries and the sadness. I felt really sad. I felt the pain again. After posting his experience on Reddit, the user found out that he was not alone. One response read, "I've read a lot of near-death experiences, and yours is like a lot of others I've read, which is to say, I think it's wonderful." Another added, "You are definitely not alone. I've seen near-death experiences very similar to yours." Mandy, the haunted doll, does not play well with others. She now lives in the Queensell Museum in Canada, and staff there say they must keep her in a separate display case, for when she's put with other dolls, she knocks them over. Staff also report that visitors' cameras often fail when taking pictures of the doll. Mandy is a porcelain baby doll, probably manufactured in Europe at around 1910. The woman who donated her reportedly told the museum she was getting rid of it because it would cry at night. A girl who happens to look uncannily like the young activist Greta Thunberg has been spotted in an old archive photograph. The 16-year-old Swede has been making headlines across the world over the past few months due to her many notable public appearances and her tireless efforts to raise awareness for climate change. However, she has become the subject of an altogether different media story, one concerning an old photograph found at an archive at the University of Washington. The image, which dates back to the 1890s, shows 3 children at a gold mine at Dominion Creek, Yukon Territory. This wouldn't seem like anything particularly noticeable if it wasn't for the fact that one of them just happens to bear a striking resemblance to Thunberg. Since emerging online, the image has generated quite a lot of attention, with reactions ranging from cries of fake to others suggesting that she is a time traveller. As usual, let us know your thoughts, folks. Scientists working at a Ukrainian research station have revealed that the nearby snow has turned to an odd colour. A series of images released by Ukraine's Ministry of Education and Science earlier this week show a bizarre landscape of blood-red coloured snow and ice surrounding the Antarctic research base. While the phenomenon has left many social media users scratching their heads, the strange coloration does happen to have a conventional explanation. It turns out that the culprit is a type of microscopic snow algae that becomes more common during the relatively warmer weather of the Antarctic summer, between October and February. The algae has a red carotene layer that helps to protect it from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. Because of the red-crimson colour, the snow reflects less sunlight and melts faster, the scientists wrote. As a consequence, it produces more and more bright algae. The phenomenon is apparently known as raspberry snow. However, some conspiracy theories online are claiming that it is yet another sign of the end of days. Let us know your thoughts, folks. Welcome back, my little lovelies. I hope you enjoyed them. As usual, let us know what you think of them. Keep the comments nice, keep everything tickety-boo. Now, if you've got any paranormal experiences or anything weird that's happened to you, let us know. Send them in to the link in the description. And you never know, one of your stories could be on the screen. Now, how marvellous would that be? Be marvellous, wouldn't it? Say yes, Julian. Yes, Julian. Yes, Julian, it would be marvellous. Of course it would, yes. Now, right, oh dear. Right, stop. Right, that's all from me for this episode. Until next time, take care, my little lovelies. Look after yourselves. Ta-ta, my little lovelies. Ta-ta.